Yo, 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 what is up, my peeps? It is your main man, Cop, back again with another stream for you today. We've got an awesome one. We're doing some more investigation into leveling routes. So, how is everybody doing today? Just get the actual stream up here. Oops, that's the wrong button. There we go. My actual stream chat up. And I'm just gonna start my little timer here. We can get going. How's everybody doing today? We're back again with our intrepid lock. Now, let's see what we can get done, shall we? Hey, Zetsu. I was never worried. I knew you would get there sooner or later. Thanks for stopping by the stream, by the way. Glad to have you. As you can see, Zetsu, we're looking into different routes and different ways of making this a bit more successful than I've been in the past, being stubborn about certain things. I'm doing really well. A horrible start to my week with migraine, but I'm doing much better now. And especially as this is an allied race. So I finally have purchased Battle for Azeroth. How have things been going with you? I haven't talked to you in a while.
I need to target something first.
Work complete.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I'm listening.
Anaria Shola.
I hope you your account is set up to. Yeah, we're still doing routing. Still doing routing, Hydro. That's who. I sure hope your account is flagged for beta access, because they just sent out another wave of beta invites, so you might actually be in the beta if you're not already. And it is a beta, full beta now, so.
Work complete.
Awesome, awesome. Definitely do need to log on to your VNet. Find out for sure.
What business have you?
What is it?
I might do that, Precise Gamer. I might do that in one of my videos where I go and play some Final Fantasy VI. I'm assuming that's what you mean. Where the main character's name is Terra.
Work complete.
Speak quickly. I am forsaken.
Poor Johnny Awesome. People keep mistaking him for a girl. It's sad, really. Who did you tell off, Hydro? Me? Johnny Awesome? Warden Stillwater? Hey, Andy. We're actually just looking at routing for 1-1 cannon. Looking at different routes that might be a bit more
I am out
successful.
of range.
Work complete.
What now?
Congrats, Dominic. That's awesome. I must have missed something. Must have missed something, Hydro, because I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, F.O. Heroic. How goes it? Let's see. I don't know, Real Veltox. I don't understand what the person's talking about, so I can't tell. Oh, interesting. I must have missed this quest. Deep Mine Rescue. Let's go see what this is all about. Like I said, it's been a while since I've done this area, so... Oh, it's inside the mines. Well, so far, you will. This is the only allied race I've tried so far, so I'd have to say this one. This is a Nightborn, so... I don't know, they all look really cool, actually. Somewhere in here we missed a quest, so I'm just going to grab it. Thank you. While I was getting the stream set up, I did a bit of a transmog and transmog my weapon into the scythe of the frost scythe of Lord Ahun. I know Real Veltox is one of my favorites, actually, especially for a warlock. Oh, Dumas. Oh, we've got to escort you out. Darn it. Come on, Dumas. I'm not going to get you past that one, so...
I require a target.
Wait, you got the mount on a warlock, Dominic? Nice. I think the joke of this escort quest is well, that's why I'm really hoping they kept saying that they were going to put in character transfers soon, because I want to get a much better idea as to how Monk is going to flow in comparison with like Monk on Live, because it's really kind of not fair to compare like a brand new 110 doesn't even have as good gear as a boosted 110 to one that's got like 965 gear or whatever the heck it is. Yep, we're back, contextual. Nice. Did I go the wrong way? I think I went the wrong way. My apologies. My apologies, Contextual. I started to say Dominic because I was talking to Dominic there for a bit. And I wound up saying Contextual, so it came out weird. Okay, I think this is the way out. That's awesome.
I need to target something first.
Yeah, Hydro. I would appreciate it if we could talk about something other than the mess your cat made. Just a suggestion. I'm a very patient person. But that might be something to look into, is expanding our conversation past that. No worries, man. Like I say, I don't like to censor people, and it's getting to be a bit much, and I know. Hey, Legendary. So apparently I somehow failed this escort quest. Go back and pick it up again. Sigh. Nice. I love Hearthstone. It's a very fun, very relaxing game. I'm gonna go this way. Yeah, it's not for everybody, for sure. For sure, for sure. The nice thing is the way the seasons work. It's something that people can jump into. Oh, it's 100% free to play there, Hydro. Well, you know what I do when I'm bored, Real Veltox? I level a new toon. Go grab yourself a new toon and level it. That doesn't mean you can't level a toon. Just you can only level it to level 20. I don't think they are contextual. That's my point. Like, you can be a completely free-to-play player and still enjoy the game. Right? You don't have to go on ladder and you know, get yourself a super legend deck. You don't have to have every card in the game that's ever been made in order to have fun on it. Yeah, for sure.
I need to get closer.
Let's see. Come on, Dumas.
I require a target.
Yeah, no, I get you, buddy. I do.
Speak.
There we go. Now we can go on to the next one. Next area. You could always read a really good book, too, Real Veltox. Like, I just got... And it's in the other room, darn. I just got my copy of the Chronicles, Warcraft Chronicles 3. Volume 3. And I cannot wait to be able to read that tonight. Ah, gotcha. Well, yeah, and then I think you can always go to a library and get some books, but of course. Darn Worgen. I was just riding by. Didn't have to end like this, Worgen. I really like the story in this zone and how it's progressed from what it was pre-Cataclysm to post-Cataclysm. It's one of those zones where you can really see that events actually happened and progressed. Fortnite is... It's a first-person shooter type of thing, I think. It's either first or third-person shooter, yeah. So, Lots of people really like it.
What do you require?
Hey, Sarah Nerf. Yeah, we're trying out different things to see how they feel for the next 1 to 110. See what's that. Yeah, Battle Royale, I forgot to mention it, just because, of course, the area of play that you have at the beginning of the match is very large, but then it shrinks. It restricts itself. I believe that's the definition of Battle Royale, anyway. Can empower this Dark Ranger with Hellkiller's Rod. It's so conformist. That looks like something I need. I've been there, Real Veltox. I've been there.
I must get closer. I am out of range.
Oh. I want to test the toxicity of the snap jaws. Yeah, contextual. I'm planning on making this stream around 8 hours. I've got a timer going for it, so I want to see how far we can get in that amount of time anyway, so we'll see you then. Nah, I'm pretty sure Terra's the star of Final Fantasy VI. I remember that from back when in the day when I was young and silly. Yes, I do, Dominic. Yes, I do.
Too far away. I must get closer.
If you watch the stream long enough, you'll see it, because it's on my my faves. So eventually my random mount thing will summon it. But if you really must see it. What do you mean if you really must? There you go. Nah, I don't need to. I remember. I may be old, but I'm not entirely that old. Hey, Thomas.
Work complete.
How's it going? Thanks for dropping by. I didn't answer your question, Real Bob Talks. I think I missed it. My apologies. Something about Terraria or Starbound. I don't know either of those games well enough to answer that, so... Let's go in here and see if we can find any slimes in here to kill. No slimes in here to kill? League of Legends or get flamed on. Nah, no need to do that.
I do not have a target. I need to target something first.
Never been the world's biggest fan of shooters myself. Oh look, it's a tauren with horns. With moose antlers. Drowning in like a foot of water.
What do you need? Go forth to victory.
Well, if you saw what he said there, a vile human had scrambled his wits.
Some.
Honestly, I haven't worked on it. My artifact power in a long time. Couldn't even tell you off the top of my head where it's at. I think I'm 78, maybe? 78, 77? Somewhere around there. Nice. That's awesome.
Blood and thunder.
Okay, so what we did do used blight canisters. Find us some used blight canisters.
I do not have a target.
That's awesome, Dominic.
Work complete.
I require a target.
Yeah. I am about 10 mounts away from my next mount accomplishment. This Hellkiller's Rod here. We'll power this ranger. And resummon my Void Walker, who is apparently useless. Wow, that's amazing.
I do not have a target.
Well, you know, you take your luck where you can get it there, Real Beltox.
I need to target something first.
Nice.
I am out of range.
Yeah. Organs just keep jumping out of everywhere. And my boy Walker just keeps on dying. Oh yeah, Dominic, I was in the alpha. If you go back on my channel, you'll see some videos, some streams there that we did on the alpha earlier, before the wipe.
I need to target something first.
There's usually a couple of Dark Rangers actually in South Shore. We can maybe empower some of them. Oh, I don't even know, Dominic. I'm not super picky. When it comes to mounts, I'm just as happy to have whatever I happen to get.
Work complete.
Turn all these in and then we can go get some mud snout blossoms. Some good iced tea, let me tell you guys.
What is it? Victory for Sylvanus.
Okay, let's go get these mud snout blossoms so we can help out our good buddy Orcus. Yep. Real Veltox, my next 1-to-110 is May 10th through the 13th is when we're aiming for. It's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and it's during the next Dark Moon Fair. So, yeah, whatever mounts I can get my hands on, Dominic, is what I'm looking to get. Give me a sec to kill this thing, and I'll show you. The Dark Moon Fair starts Sunday, May 6th through Saturday, May 12th. So what I'm probably going to do is start really early in the morning, Thursday, May 10th, so I can get as much Dark Moon Fair time in as I can. Yeah, no worries, man. Like I say, Dark Moon Fair starts Sunday, May 6th and ends Saturday, May 12th. So, yeah, Violet Spellwing is pretty cool. Why did these things have an exclamation point above their heads? Did one of them drop a quest item, perhaps? Something that starts a quest? Let's find out. Oh yeah, the colors are awesome. Yeah. I am one of 11 mythic. There was a time when I was attempting to be part of my guild's mythic team, but my health was a concern. So, oh, that's awesome, Real Beltox. It really is. I actually feel really bad because my guild is hurting for damage dealers right now, and I haven't been able to put the concentration in that I should to be competitive.
Work complete.
And to help them out the way I should. Nice. Well, I'm glad to hear. Dominic. That's awesome that you. And it's good that you finally got it. Like when you find something in this game you really want, and you're actually able to get it, it's very rewarding.
I do not have a target.
It occurred to me, though, as I was looking over my notes before today. Banish. We'll put that there. What do most people do until the next expansion? They find something to do. What do most people do up until the next expansion? They'll either play a different game, or they'll play the game in a way that's different than they would if they were really pushing for mythic progression. Either they'll get a bunch of characters up to max level, or they will play around on the beta, or what have you. Darn it, Worgen, it didn't have to be like this. I don't know real well, most that's a little bit strong for that. I would say that most people find something else in game they enjoy doing if they can.
Stronghold.
Yeah, you know, there's clearing Mythic. There's a lot of guilds that still haven't fully cleared Mythic. I think we're in the mid 200s for guilds that have cleared Mythic, so worldwide that's not much. Mount collectors find ways to get mounts. There's tons of mounts in game. Oh, 776 guilds. I stand progress. I stand corrected. Still.
Strength and honor.
Now we just gotta kill some dwarves and some worgen. And I mean, there's always allied races to look into and experiment with different
Too far away.
builds and such things. You know, you can always, maybe you don't normally PvP and you go hardcore into PvP for the season. You know, it's always something to do. Maybe you go out and collect a bunch of pets, or you know, what have you. Well, there you go. Well, that's a tough one because epic mount, the meaning behind the words epic mount has changed quite a bit since the game's come out, right? You know, at first epic mount was the 100% speed mount. Then it was your first flying mount. Then it was your first 210 speed mount. You got to remember, mounts didn't used to scale with your riding skill. There was a time when a 60% mount was only ever going to be a 60% mount.
I require a target.
There was a time when you had to have 280% speed to use a greater flying mount, right? Oh, the different tigers? Yeah, those are always cool.
I need to target something first.
But my first epic mount, like the first mount that I ever got that was a raid boss drop, was you know what it was? It was the Black Drake from OS 3D. And I've told this story a few times on stream, but I'll tell it again. Just because it's such a cool story. Back in Wrath of the Lich King, I was not what you would call a big-time raider. Wasn't a raider at all. I had dabbled in that one raid that's in Wintergrasp that's PvP. I'd, you know, done this, that, or the other, but I think I even had my my Black Warbear at the time. But I'd never never really gotten a raid mount before. And somebody was shouting out in trade chat because they needed more people to do OS 3D, which, if you don't know, is Obsidian Sanctum with 3 drakes still alive. You kill the main boss. There's 3 mini bosses in Obsidian Sanctum and 1 main boss. And if you kill the main boss with the 3 mini bosses still alive, he's guaranteed to drop him out. And on 25 man, it's the Black Drake, and on 10 man, it's the Twilight Drake. So they needed more people. They were trying to do 25 man OS 3D, and it only drops 1 mount for the entire group. And they needed more people. So I said, hey, I'm a rogue. I'm a combat rogue. You know, I'm not entirely useless. I can come and help. Never done it. You might have to explain it to me. So they did. They picked me up. I'm sure I was almost completely useless, but I was another warm body. So they took me in. It was almost entirely a guild group. I think there was like 2 or 3 people that weren't members of the guild. And we got it done. Like, we actually managed to down it. They told me what to do, what not to do. I did it. And the mount dropped. And they're like, okay, well, in our guild, we always roll for everything. So everybody roll, it doesn't have the mount, and everybody rolled, and I actually got the highest roll, and they gave it to me. They didn't have to, but they did. They gave it to me, and I was flabbergasted. That was a really, really good guild, because they actually lived up to their word about what about loot. Like, I didn't get any other loot out of there, because of course the loot wasn't super good at that point. But I actually got them out, and everybody was really happy for me. Nobody was bitter or anything. It was a really good experience, and that was my first real epic raid boss mount drop.
I must get closer.
And I to this day, I love to mount to use that Black Drake just because of how I got it. Anyway, that's my story for my first ever quote-unquote epic mount. There's the last
Too
one.
far away.
So I hope that answers your question.
Work complete.
I think it was Dominic that asked that about that. So
I require a target.
Blood and thunder. Oh.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, I thought so, Dominic. I thought it was really awesome of them. Like I say, it was a guild group, and there was no such thing as personal loot at that time. So they had absolutely no need to actually live up to their tradition of... Why are they evade bugging? I might have done that wrong. It might finish reloading and I'll be dead. That's okay. Stuff like that happens. Hey, Ezekiel. Part of it's the challenge. Part of it is just to do something different than the way everybody else does it.
Send me back.
Part of it is to...
What do you need? Dabu.
Thanks, Dominic. Okay, so that wasn't about fighting, that was about getting the plans and escaping. Good to know. The zombie dragon came back for Orcus. But yeah, as I said, the whole reason I play these games is for the stories they tell, and queuing up for a dungeon doesn't really help the story. Like, the story of this zone, even though I'm flipping through the quests with an auto-accept and auto-turn-in, really flows a lot better because you can see things that happen, you get the cutscenes, you get the dialogue. It really flows a lot better than if I was suddenly teleported to Nomer for an hour in the middle of it. Like, if I was to do dungeons, even as a DPS, I would wind up probably finishing in about 40 hours at most. Like, at absolute most. Maybe even 30, somewhere in there. So, because I don't do that, it takes longer, but the story flows a lot better. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Jumpy, it's doing really well. Ooh, here we are. Terran Miller.
And honor.
Hello.
We're now heroes of the Horde.
And you are?
Oops. Ah. Stairs. Oh, the allied races? Oh, it's going really well. I'm really enjoying
What now?
the Nightborn I'm playing. My Nightborn Warlock.
The eternal sun guides us.
So let's have a look and see where we're going and what we're doing. So we can go up there and speak to him, or Hilfon saved. Juicy stag meat, beating Yeti heart, Umbered sword, helm and pants, and Yetimus twisted horn. Let's go around like this. That looks really... Hey, Hovis, how's it going? Thanks for dropping by. Glad to have you. I gotta see something here because with the window open the way it is, it's so much light coming in, I'm having trouble seeing. So let's see if I can turn up the... Sorry about this, guys. What I'm actually looking for is like gamma or... Either way. I can't get the lighting better. But I am having trouble seeing it.
I must get closer.
Oh, these darn mountain lions. Oh dear Lord. All those horses are attacking my... Well, somehow managed to pull every single mob in the zone again. But I'm an affliction lot, so... Really. More of an inconvenience than anything. That's it, Void Walker. You're getting benched. Void Walker, your time is up.
You're in trouble now.
Succubus, your time is now.
I have Any lucky doos you like?
Finally. Oh, look at that. Actually starting to get some upgrades on my base gear. Huh? Oh, nice. Remember one thing, Dominic. His name is Metro. One Legion's the name of the channel.
Many farewells. Come, shop, browse.
Now just click apply.
May your feet find good trails.
Now. I just need to find more hill fawns.
I am out of range. I do not have a target.
I still can't get over how little the succubus is. I don't know, how do you go about getting the beam out?
I need to target something first.
Maybe. It depends how into raiding I am at that point, right? As I think I mentioned, I might be... Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear.
It is not ready yet.
Now, I probably could have beaten that if that Worgen hadn't jumped out and stunned me. Probably could have beaten that if the Worgen hadn't jumped out and stunned me. Hey, Hitalia, how's it going? I'm honored that I'm your favorite streamer. Yeah, I really like the Violet spelling. It's really, really quite nice.
Work complete.
What's next? Juicy stag meat. Oh, Yetimus.
Why do you call?
You mentioned that last time there, buddy. I was so close to doing that. So close to doing that. That may be one of those things that actually does need a group. What's funny is that he kept punching me so many times that I got knocked to a different zone for a graveyard. Like it's a different graveyard than the last time he killed me. I think we'll leave him alone for a little bit. Hey, Average Joe, how's it going? We will bring out my succubus.
Now what?
I require a target.
I have many, many wares. Farewell, friend of the Grummels.
Whoa. Yummy. That's awesome, Natalia. I wish I was eating one of those.
Too far away.
Glad to hear it, Average Joe.
I do not have a target.
Now, Yetimus, you stay away from me. Yetimus, you stay away from me, and I'll stay away from you. Oh, itchy nose. Oh. Whew. Yeah, that succubus just doesn't live as long as my Blade Walker does.
Send me back.
That's okay. You've heard my singing voice. You know I've got a terrible singing voice too, so don't even worry about it. It's okay. I've seen a little silhouette of a man, scaramouche, scaramouche, to the fandango, thunderbolt and lightning, very, very frighteningly, Galileo, 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 Galileo Figaro. I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves me. He's just a poor boy from a poor family. Spare him his life from this monstrosity. Easy come, easy go, will you let me go? No, we will not let you go. Anyway, that's enough of my singing along with Queen. Oh, I don't know, Dominic. That varies greatly on the day, the hour, the minute, even. That'll be awesome, Natalia. I don't think you can. I'm pretty tough as a warlock, and as an affliction lock, and I haven't been able to. A Death Knight might do it, like a Blood Death Knight. Hey, Chris. Hey, Scholar. Well, I can't solo with Scholar, not yet anyway. Well, thank you, Chris. I'm glad you're here to enjoy the stream. Probably a pro player could do it. Makes sense. To be able to pop those bubbles whenever he knocks you up into the air, so you don't take the fall damage, I imagine. Yeah, dot him up and kite. Makes sense. I'm a melee. I'm so used to melee, and I don't move as much as I should when I'm doing that kind of thing. So. Yeah, this is a Nightborn this time, Chris. We're just doing some testing, see different paths, and I wanted to see what the Horde version on the Eastern Kingdoms would be like. There's pretty much a consensus that Eastern Kingdoms is faster than Kalimdor, so I thought we'd try out something on Eastern Kingdoms, and since I just got the expansion, I thought, well, why not do an Iceborne? I honestly don't know how you do stuff on Facebook, Natalia. I'm not allowed on Facebook. So.
Work complete.
But yeah, you should be able to download the videos from Facebook, I would think. Oh, don't be sorry. When I go to watch a video that I know somebody's recorded on the phone, I expect it to be poor quality. So... no worries there. So many Yetis. There's an absurd amount of Yetis in this cave. You'd almost think that it was a place where they manufactured microphones. Because, you know, the Blue Yeti. Thank you. I won't do it on stream, right? But I probably will go watch it for sure. In fact, I gotta, because my memory's so bad, I gotta write it down. Go. Now, back to depopulating the Yeti population of Azeroth. Y'all gonna be y'all Yetis are gonna be an endangered species pretty darn quick, thanks to COP.
Work complete.
Darn inanimate objects getting in my way. And more Yetis. Yeah. You can see I'm not super sanguine that I can get it done. Especially when Yetis spawn directly on top of me for no good reason. Darn it, now I've got the Queen song stuck in my head.
Work complete.
I wonder if I was somehow on top of here, if I could shoot at Yetimus from someplace he couldn't climb up to get me. I wonder. Yeah, see, those horses are going to be a problem. Do it. Let's do it.
I must get closer. I am out of range. Too far away.
Oops. There's another player there trying to help me. Go get him. Nice, I didn't even get falling damage from that. Nice.
I am out of range.
What do you want from me?
Oh, yeah. I had help from a player.
You have my thanks.
There was another player that distracted him when my Void Walker died the first time. That's why I was able to get it done. That and where he hit me into, I kept not taking falling damage. Because he hit me into the side of a mountain and there was a little thing there that I would land on. Excuse me for 1 second.
Talk to me. Hurry back.
That was the only way I got that done. I hope he got credit for it too and was able to loot the horn. I didn't see. I have no idea why my nose is so itchy today.
The dark times will pass.
Yeah, people using the cross-realm assist to realm hop can be annoying.
I have exactly what you need. Hello?
Speak quickly. This had better be good.
Okay, now where are we going? Go up there. Go there. Let's go up to the Alterac Mountains. I've always said the Alterac Mountains are very underused for questing. I really have always thought that they should add some questing in and around there. Because right now it's used for that big Yeti at Christmas and not a heck of a lot else. Darn it. Didn't go up far enough before I made the left turn. I can imagine. Sounds like it was a really good concert.
blood and thunder.
Poor Drekthar. Man, did he get old. He doesn't want to help. Well, and that goes to show what a lot of what Ian was talking about yesterday when he talked about which faction was evil and which faction, what players should be worried about which faction, whether their faction was going to be turning evil. So I take it that's a no then, Drekthar. Yeah, I can't stand those moose antlers. They bother me a great deal. But you never know. Well, we've got regular elves. Why do we need another elf? I mean, you know, tomato, tomato. Corin's dagger, the second of the four fingers of Hillsbrad. Honestly, I know the answer. I really do. But I would have preferred if we... shouldn't say it that way. Like I say, I know why, but I didn't like that they went for High Mountain Tauren instead of Tonka Tauren, and the Tonka are the Tauren from Northrend. I know why, because the models of the High Mountain Tauren are brand new, and the models of the Tonka are 10 years old, something like that, 8 years old, something like that. So I know why, but because it would have been a lot more work to reconfigure the models for the Tonka, but at the same time, I think they should have.
What would you ask of death?
What would I ask of death, you say? Calls a Banshee to pick up an SI-7 agent. Yeah, I think we'll go do this one first. I may even turn this one in before. Hey, Rock, how's it going? Thanks for dropping by the stream. Glad to have you. Well, more elves always equals more awesomeness, right?
That item is still recharging.
And my blueberry is just running off after this guy, even after the Banshee picks him up. And now he's despawned. Stupid blueberry.
I cannot use that item yet.
I killed him, and yet she captured him. Nice. That's what you call perfect timing.
That item is still recharging. It is not ready yet.
Dang it, blueberry. We'll resummon you again.
Why do you call?
I cannot use that item yet.
Nice. Sephiroth. But yeah, more elves is always better than less elves, but I also like the Tauren, I really do. Blood Elf and Tauren starting areas are probably the two of my favorite starting areas prior to the Cataclysm revamp.
It is not ready yet.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. For sure, for sure. While I'm running from point to point, let me do the standard YouTuber thing. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you're notified whenever I go live. Or I put a video up. Of course, you could also follow me on Twitter. There should be a link in the description for that as well. And,
I must get closer.
I always tweak. My least favorite zone frog? By the way, thanks for dropping by. Glad to have you. That's a tough one. Because I do like most of the zones. Hey, Frederick. How's it going? Good evening to you as well. Well, in vanilla content, 1 to 60 content, it's probably going to be Desolate. Yeah, I would have to say Desolate is probably the one zone I just despise going into.
That is not mine to take.
You can wipe Desolate off the face of the planet all you like, buddy. Darn it. Hit the wrong button like twice there. But yeah, I would get rid of Desolate if I had to choose one of the zones to get rid of. Go to sleep, Italia. You can always watch the rest of the stream tomorrow. Something about Desolate's always just bored the living heck out of me. That's why. Okay, so you want me to switch his zone from one to the other. I would take 1,000 Needles, and I would put it where Deadwind Pass is, and put Deadwind Pass where 1,000 Needles is. And the reason I would do that is because I really enjoy the 1,000 Needles lore, and I feel it would be it would add a nice bridge for questing.
What is it?
Wait a minute. before I go do that, let's go do this. Put this mini nuke here. Okay, now everything I need to do is at the next finger. Gotcha. Now, why would I do that? As I said, I think it would make a really nice bridge in the Eastern Kingdoms between yeah, it would be like an island desert. I get you. Oh, I'm disguised. No wonder they aren't attacking me. I was wondering why all these Alliance guys weren't attacking me. Yes, my Alliance friends, drink up. Drink up. Here, have some water.
Work complete.
To change Ural's race. That's a tough one. I might make her Blood Elf. Hey, Unforgivable, thanks for dropping by the stream. Glad to have you. This is... I want to make sure I get this right. The Frost Scythe of Lord Ahun. Yep, Midsummer Festival. Blueberry died again. It does that a lot.
Send me back.
Yes.
I know. Well, Midsummer Fire Festival's coming up. make sure you, on all your toons that can wield a staff, you do the Midsummer Fire dungeon. Yep. Important thing to remember with that too is that the way Blizzard's been doing loot lately for the holidays, you need to do it on a toon that's max level. Luckily for you, max level is still going to be 110 then, not 120. So you want to have as many different people who can wear staves at 110 before the June, it comes in June. Then you can farm it, essentially. Okay, Hitalia, thanks for dropping by the stream. You know, we're always glad to have you. Because once August rolls around and the new expansion drops, you're going to need to be 120 to do those things, so it's a lot quicker to get it done now. As well, not only does the no, I'm wrong. That's the what I'm thinking of drops in Christmas, not summer. I always make that mistake. I was thinking the winter enchant dropped from that as well, but I'm pretty sure that's along with the Flames of Ragnaros that drops from the Christmas one. Sure.
Work complete.
This random 110 just happens to be here killing things. Sorry, there's like an eyelash in my eye and it's bugging the heck out of me, so I apologize if that's a bit distracting for you guys. Ooh. Well, yeah, you can tell it's fallen off too. It's annoying as heck, and I keep missing it. So my blueberry must have gotten tougher when I dinged. Yeah, I'm going to go and wash my face here in a minute. As soon as I'm done this particular chain, I'm going to go wash my face and go on a bio break. Just so I can get rid of it, because it's becoming really distracting. I think my blueberry just gained a leech, because he's absorbing stuff. Good for you, blueberry. Good for you.
Work complete.
I'll have to go turn these in and then I'll fix my face.
Speak, friend.
I don't know. I tried the succubus earlier. It didn't seem very good. McGruder. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Blow up them alliance bases.
Speak, friend.
I don't blame you, Frog. I miss South Shore as well. Okay. Can't take this anymore. This is becoming very annoying. I'm sitting here. Okay, I'm gonna go grab a quick bio and fix my eye. Oops, wrong one. That's a big video capture device. That's for something else. Something maybe you'll see one of these days. You never know. Wahahaha. Be right back, guys. And we're back, and we're eyelash free. Much better. Thank you. I'm honestly not super duper happy with the speed of leveling in Hillsbred. It felt a little bit faster than Ghostlands there for a bit, but it slowed really a lot down once I got to the point where I was at Terran Mill, which is odd.
What would you ask of the dead? Hello.
Let's go search Gundarok or Dungarok. Let's go search Dungarok for evidence of a haunting and a quest that was given to us by an undead. We didn't do Silverpine Frog, and that's where I think we'll head next. We should have done Silverpine, but we didn't.
I am out of range. Too far away.
Which, of course, as I say, is my fault. I wasn't thinking when we came out of Ghostlands. I was just...
I require a target.
I was mostly thinking about how long it took to do Ghostlands. I was anxious to move on to Hillsbrad, but Silverpine should combine the amount of levels I get in Ghostlands with the fastness of getting levels in early Hillsbrad. So exactly, and that's the whole point, is trying to figure out the best route. So again, Horde is not looking like the fastest. Like, yeah, Ghostlands is bad. I needed to confirm that, though. I needed to get a good idea of it, and I was looking back at my time from the actual last 1 to 110, and it took approximately 15 minutes longer to get to level 30 when I started at level 1. If that makes any sense to you. I went from 1 to 30 in 6 hours and 15 minutes, and I went from 20 to 30 in 5 hours and 57 minutes by doing it in Ghostlands. So yeah, Ghostlands is bad for speed leveling. Really bad.
How are you?
Let's see. Dungarok Spirit Slain. We can do that. Honestly, even Hillsbrid's not that good. It's probably about as good as your horde is going to get on the Eastern Kingdoms, but it's not that good. And I want to see what Silverpine is like, because I think it'll actually be better. It's because it is traditionally a sub 20 zone. So, I mean, I got 8 full levels in Ghostlands. It's looking like I'll probably get 7 here in a third the time.
I must get closer.
Maybe a little bit closer to half. So...
I am out of range.
Just that little absorb makes my blueberry so much more viable. Let's get some Raging Owl Beasts and then go see if we can kill the elite. Bring back my money to me. Oh dear. Now I'm just singing random songs from 300 or 400 years ago. I've truly gone insane.
I must get closer. Too far away.
I still can't get over how cool this the mount looks for the collector's edition.
I must get closer.
Apparently I must get closer. Haley! No hope for American Idol. Not with my voice. I have no desire to have Simon Cowell or what's her face? 2 steps forward, take 2 steps back. Paula Abdul, tell me just how bad I am. We come together 'cause opposites attract, and you know it ain't fiction, just a matter of fact. We come together 'cause opposites attract. Oh dear.
Work complete.
Yeah. MC Scat Cat. Straight up now, tell me, do you really want to love me forever? Oh, oh, oh. Or am I caught in a hit and run? Up now, tell me, do you... Oh, hey. Ah! Ah! They didn't even see that elemental there. Nanners, thank you for the kind host. That is awesome. You rock, buddy.
Work complete.
It's a possibility, you know. I think I'm actually going to send my blueberry in first. Oh, look at that dude's health melt away. Is somebody else attacking him?
Work
Has to
complete.
be. Yeah. I like it quiet, I like to shower, but when we get together it just all works out. We take 2 steps forward, I take 2 steps back. We come together 'cause opposites attract. I don't know why I can't res my Voidwalker at the moment. Oh, no soul shards, that's why. Did I say hi to you already, Monk? Because I feel like I didn't, so if I didn't, I'm sorry. Hi, Monk. Health off of this guy. Ooh. Bring my Void Walker back. Refresh my dots. Heal the demon up. My Void Walker back. How many expansions after BFA, you say? Ooh, I don't know. That's a tough one. As many as they can get away with, I would think. As long as there's still people willing to pay. And there's still a story to tell. Blizzard will keep making expansions. Well, they got the Void Lords. Probably could go back to actual our universe Draenor. You know what I mean? Like not Outland, but actual Draenor. In our universe. Let's see, do I have... I'm gonna go to Undercity just so I can get the flight path at Brill. When for when I hit level 40, I can go and get my training. Yeah, Bolvar. But I've always thought, like I say, the part of our Draenor that got blown into the Twisting Nether is a very small part. Well, what happened to the rest of that planet, right? So I've always thought we could wind up visiting there and trying to put it back together with Outland, so that could be an expansion. You know, we could say we could go after Bolvar again. We've got the Void Lords. We've got the Titans themselves might get corrupted. We might actually have to go after the Titans. Who knows? We might get a redemption arc for Sargeras, where he helps us stop Titans that have been corrupted by the Void Lords. You know, could do that. Yeah, exactly. Well, the possibilities literally are endless. They are, right? So, I mean, I think it comes down to, as long as Blizzard wants to make content, they're going to keep making it. And that's about as close as any of us are going to get to the actual number. Who knows? You know what I mean? Know what I mean? The other side of Azeroth. The other half of Azeroth. One of the things, and I don't know if it was at this BlizzCon, but it might have been the year before, when somebody astutely pointed out, planets don't work the way that the map of Azeroth is, right? Like, if I blow this up, it's cold here and it's warm here. You know what I mean? Like, that's not how planets work. Any planet that's in a temperate enough zone to create life, it should be cold here and here, if this is as far south as it goes. So we've not only got the other side of Azeroth, we've got the bottom of Azeroth too, right? South Rend. You know, like a couple other continents and South Rend and maybe the other half of Pandaria. We've got a whole bunch to the south of us that we can explore too. So...
I have many, many wares.
I want to go to South Rend too, buddy. Well, I don't know. I think we'll know it. I think we'll know it because someday they're just going to stop making it. Right? Yeah, like,
Good fortune to
there's
our
no doubt that
friends.
WoW is and always will be the most successful MMO out there, right?
Oh, I have just the thing.
There's nothing that even comes remotely close.
Good fortune to all friends of the Grummels.
Let's go run down here.
And you are...
I lack the required funds.
Do I really? Oh, jeepers, I did. That's because I never sent any funds to this tune. I couldn't because this is my first Horde tune on this server. That's right. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Everything else is not a real WoW killer. It's more like a clone at best. Rip-off at worst. Yeah, I remember those. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm still in Azeroth. Yeah, that'll be right there. You might as well ride there. No point in going and flying to the Sepulchre and running back. Like I say, I just want to make sure I have the flight path here for when I hit level 40 and come and get my riding training. Why do you have a doable quest?
What would you ask of death?
Yeah, that's the one.
Remember, patience, discipline.
What's up, visual? We're just relaxing. Trying to figure out paths for our next 1 to 110. Yeah. Well, one of the biggest things that Swatter had going for it was that every single thing was voice acted, right? Which was huge then. But right now it's nowhere near as much of a novelty. Because there was very little voice acting in Warcraft when Swatter came out. But Warcraft did what it always does, which is, if another company has a good idea, integrate it into their own MMO and make it better, right? Oh, that's harsh, buddy. I'm sorry to hear that. That is harsh. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I find it incredibly simplistic. I guess Metro mentioned yesterday that its affliction lock is completely different in BFA, so not much of a chance of me playing one or maining one, but but yeah, it seems quite overpowered for what it is. Like, some of the elite mobs that you really shouldn't be able to solo, you are. And the only time I'm ever in any real danger is when I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. Very littly, this is Crystal Light iced tea. It's not Coca-Cola. It's very rare that I actually have Coca-Cola.
I have no time for games.
What now?
Where is that ogre-headed buffoon?
I love this scene.
Ah, speak of the devil.
This better be important, Sylvanas. You know how I detest this place and its foul stench. Why have you called for me?
No worries,
And
man.
more importantly, what are those scourge fiends
War Chief, so glad you could make it. With the death of the Lich King, many of the more intelligent Scourge became unemployed. Those fiends, as you so delicately put it, are called Valkyr. They are under my command now. And they are part of the reason that I asked to see you.
Get on with it, Sylvanas.
Very well, War Chief. I have solved the plight of the Forsaken. As a race, we Forsaken are unable to procreate. With the aid of the Valkyr,
I've tried
we are
too
now
fast.
able to take the corpses of
I
the fallen
am
and
horrible
create
at
new
like dungeon
Forsaken.
and raid healing. It doesn't make any sense in my head.
Agatha, show the War Chief.
I didn't mind healing in BGs back in Cataclysm, because I mained an enhancement shaman, and in BGs I would go in as Resto. So I actually quite enjoyed that. It was quite a different experience.
Goes against the
But
laws of nature. Disgusting is the only word I have to describe it.
War Chief, without these new Forsaken, my people would die out. Our hold upon Gilneas and Northern Lordaeron would crumble.
Sylvanas has got a point, but so does Garrosh.
Any thought to what this means, Sylvanas? What difference is there between you and the Lich King now?
Isn't it obvious, War Chief? I serve the Horde.
Watch your clever mouth, bitch. Chromosh, you stay behind and make sure the Banshee Queen is well guarded. I will be expecting a full report when next we meet. Remember, Sylvanas, eventually we all have to stand before our Maker and face judgment. Your day may come soon.
Thanks, Lee. Much appreciated.
That better be good.
Like I say, I love that little scene because it shows a lot more depth, not only to Garrosh, but to Sylvanas as well. No, visual, he said, watch your clever mouth. I tend to agree. Especially if you've done the Stone Talon quest chain for the Horde, you see, Garrosh has a lot of honor. I tend to agree, Frog. I really do. I don't think they needed to do that to Garrosh. But at the same time, they wanted to get rid of him for whatever reason. And they needed an excuse, right?
Too far away.
Oh, I did, Lee. I was very impressed with almost all of Ian's answers. I love the stuff about the global cooldowns. I thought it was very well done. I thought when he talked, answered the question about know, should I be worried about my faction getting evil with how Sylvanas is being portrayed? It's exactly what I have been saying in streams for a while, is that it's too black and white the way it looks right now. Yeah, I don't think Vol'jin's dead, Frog. I really don't. I know we've talked about this before, but I don't think he's dead. I think he pulled the same thing he did in Moth, where he went off somewhere to heal. He knew he had to leave the Horde in the hands of someone strong. He knew it had to be somebody who was an original Horde leader. And the Loa told him it had to be Sylvanas. But like I say, I think he'll be back. And I mean, Blizzard's even hinted at that, and they've said Vol'jin's story's not over yet. Yeah, like I say, Ian really impressed me with everything he said, how he said it. I understand, as I said, the personal loot changes are going to be a problem, but I think they were done to address... They weren't done to be malicious any more than the global cooldown changes were. They were done to address issues in the community, because... just like we were talking earlier, the only real thing that can kill Warcraft is Blizzard deciding not to make it, or the community itself. Like, there's a real problem with toxicity in the community. If you've been on the forums in the last 10 years, you've seen it, and it's getting worse. And Blizzard is almost in, what was the word I used for it when I made a post on Metro's video, triage mode. They're doing anything they can to reduce points of contention. Friction, right? Reasons for friction are they're doing whatever they can to get rid of any reason that people might have to be fighting in order to keep the community together. And that's why and I mean, loot's always been one of those things. Yeah, it's going to be painful to begin with, but I trust that Blizzard has an idea of how to make it work proper. I trust that they're going to tune it, so it's not just the way personal loot is now. Moreover, I also trust that it's one of the reasons why they got rid of tier pieces as well. Because without tier pieces, you open up Mythic Plus as being another viable way for people to get alternative sources of gear. Right? So if they're really unlucky in their personal loot drops, they can always farm Mythic Pluses to try and, fill in the gaps. Yeah, Blizzard is always thinking more than one expansion ahead. I guarantee you right now there's a team working on the expansion after Battle for Azeroth, and there's another team that's beginning to conceptualize, if not already working on the expansion after that. And they talk to each other, because they want to keep things cohesive. So, I need one more clean beast guts. Find me a beast whose guts are clean. It's one of those things where you just have to, give feedback to Blizzard that's useful, that they can use to tune things in a way that makes sense, right? Excuse me, guys. Yeah, that was the Rocky theme. Yeah. Ah. That was my cousin. And he sent me a message. And I'm going to have to do something about it here in a couple of minutes. I guess my dad's got the pneumonia and he's in the hospital, so he lives on the west coast. I live about 16 hours away. There's not much I can do, but I need to make a couple of calls. As soon as I get some clean beast guts or something. I frickin' know. Welcome back, Wingus. Yeah, me too. Like, it's a fourth party message is what bothers me, you know? I'm not being told directly. Tell you the truth, I'm a bit angry. So I'm looking for clean beast guts while I'm composing myself.
Work complete.
Thanks, Nanners. Yeah, me too. Gotta go deal with crap. I
am forsaken.
44 years old and I'm still hearing this crap fourth-handed. Yeah, no, hey, like I say, I'm 16 hours away from the city he lives in. By car, so trust me, that's not even an issue. Okay. I'm gonna go, guys. I gotta go deal with stuff. I'm gonna put a link here to my buddy Metro. It's over on YouTube because that's where he is. Feel free to go watch his stream. I gotta stop. I don't want to stop. It's ticking me off that I gotta stop. But I gotta stop. Anyway, guys, take care. We'll pick this up tomorrow. And, yeah, for sure. Sorry, Contextual. Yeah, I gotta go take care of some family stuff, so. Metro's streaming right now. He's doing plug-in Mythic Plus, high-end Mythic Plus, so go say hi to him and let him know I sent you. And you guys take care. We'll all talk at you later. Peace.